Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World. This video is a book review of Elizabeth Taylor's first novel, At Mrs. Lippincote's or Lippincote's. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced. As I said, this is Elizabeth Taylor's first published novel, and it was published in 1945, but this book is actually set during the Second World War. And it is about this family. We have a husband in the RAF called Roddy. We have his wife, Julia, their 7-year-old son, Oliver, and then Roddy's cousin, Eleanor. Eleanor is a teacher and she works at the school. And they move from London to Mrs. Lippincote's or Coates' house, which is more countryside based, a lot more rural, a lot calmer than the hectic bombings and the fear that is London life. And this book it's about all the family, but in particular it's about Julia and her life coping as a wife of Roddy and a mother and a friend and trying to get on in life during the Second World War. There's a lot of expectations placed upon her. You know, she is the wife of someone in the RAF and he is always trying to show off to his bosses and his superiors, and she's having to do these parties and all these different things, and she's always thinking about, oh, I need to think what I say before I say it. I need to make sure that I'm saying the right things to the right people, and it's about her trying to get on in life and be the best wife that she can be, even if she doesn't want to be that, but she's stuck because that is the position that she's in. And it's a book that's very much of its time and very much realises that it's of its time. At the end, Julia's like, this is what my life is, you know, I'm a woman, I'm a married woman to a man in the RAF. It is the 1940s, it is what it is, and this is what is expected of me, so that's why I do it. And it's quite a sad book in a way, because Julia's life at times can be really quite lonely and quite disruptive, and although we're in this calmness of the country, her life isn't calm at all. Her life can be quite stressful, and it's a book that I think at the beginning you're unsure about Julia and how you feel about her, whether you like her or not, but by the end you absolutely adore her. I really enjoyed this book. I was a little bit worried going into it being her first novel, and as I've read her later ones, I mean, the last one that I read, which was Mrs. Palfrey at the Claremont, was a 5-star book for me. It was incredible. I adored the writing style, and I was thinking, am I going to get that same writing style with her first novel? Because sometimes you don't. Sometimes the first one isn't as good as the later ones, but actually the writing style was just as wonderful, just as witty and charming and poetic. She has this really beautiful way of writing the mundane stuff of everyday life and make it sound really beautiful and interesting. Even to most people, the reality of it is that it isn't. If you lay down a plate of sandwiches, the way Elizabeth Taylor would write it is just in a beautiful, poetic way, and I love it. I really enjoyed this book on so many different levels. I enjoyed it on a character level, the writing style. I love the twists and turns in the plot. I like the fact that we're not continually stuck with Julia, although I definitely wouldn't mind it. We do explore the other characters as well. I love the fact that how you feel about some characters at the beginning is not how you feel about some at the end. And I'm not just talking about Julia there are other twists too. I like the fact that it's not just within the family as well, and we go to the outer sphere of people within them too. It's just a great book. For a first book, it is a great book. Star rating wise, I gave it 4. I really enjoyed it. Did I think it was as good as Mrs. Palfrey at the Claremont? No, because that book is just amazing on another level, but I do think this book is really, really good, really strong, and yeah, I would highly recommend that you pick her up. I'm trying to do reviews of all of her works as I read them, because Elizabeth Taylor, sadly, is someone that I think is a very underread author. You know, she of course does have the same name as a very famous film star, so I think that definitely doesn't go in her favour, but I want to fly the flag out for Elizabeth Taylor because she has the most amazing writing style. And if you enjoy writers like Angela Thirkell, Barbara Pym, Rosamund Lehman, Jane Austen even, if you enjoy these female authors writing about female worlds, then you'll like this book because this is just beautiful and you'll really enjoy it, honestly. So go and pick it up. If you want to get your hands on a copy, I will leave a link for it in the description bar below. So that is it for my review of At Mrs. Lippincote by Elizabeth Taylor. Let me know in the comment section if you've read it. Let me know if you want to read it, or just chat to me all things Elizabeth Taylor, because I really want to talk more about her. She seems absolutely fascinating. I'm just loving reading her work. I'm hoping to read all of them within the next year or so. So that is it for my review. Take care, and I shall see you soon for the next video. Bye for now.